If your child comes home and says the school bus driver is too strict, you may not realize what that driver is preventing. As a transportation supervisor, I want to explain what's really behind those school bus rules. From a student's point of view, some rules might seem unnecessary. Things like keep your voice down, stay seated, don't move around too much. It can come across as overly strict or even unfair. And as a parent, you might wonder what is going on. But here's the reality, okay? A school bus is not just another vehicle. It is a large vehicle with lots of students on board, often moving through lots of traffic, making lots of stops. That driver's number one responsibility is not just driving that school bus, it is managing safety for every single student on that bus. Even something small like a student standing up on the bus while the bus is moving can become a very serious safety risk very quickly. That is why school bus rules are clear and consistent. Because the school bus driver is the authority and the adult on that bus, they are trained to minimize distractions and maintain full control of their environment. Because every distraction matters. If a driver has to constantly turn around, raise their voice, or manage behavior, that takes attention away from the road. And at that point, it's not a behavior issue anymore, it becomes a safety concern. Another thing to remember is that the driver is responsible for every single student on that bus at the same time. Different ages, different behaviors, different needs. So rules are not meant to be harsh. They're there to create a predictable, safe environment where everyone knows what's expected. And when those expectations are followed, rides are smoother, safer, and more enjoyable for every student. So what can you do as a parent? The best thing you can do is to reinforce those expectations at home. Let your child know that bus rules are there for safety, not punishment. And if there's ever a concern, communication with the school or the transportation team is always the right step. At the end of the day, every rule on the school bus exists for one reason: to keep every student safe. If you want real insight into how school transportation works behind the scenes, go ahead and subscribe. This is Route and Responsibility.